Okay, thanks everyone for coming. I would also like to thank the bridesmaids, who I think you'll all agree are looking absolutely stunning today. Wendy, you're looking unbelievable today, as you do every day. As for Mike, well, it's nice to see that Mike got in shape for the wedding. It's just a pity that that shape is a circle. For those of you that don't know me, my name's Ian, and I'm one of the best men today. You know, I really couldn't understand why Mike has two best men for his wedding. But he cleared this up earlier. This is actually a competition. And the winner gets to be best man at Mike's next wedding. So may the best man win. Like that. And I was actually wanting to open my speech, maybe telling a tale or two about the stag do. However, the law of the stag does not allow me. And besides, Mike's solicitor has advised caution until the charges are fully investigated. But in reality, Mike is actually a pretty boring guy. Did you know that he actually boasted to his dad about how many books he was going to read on his honeymoon? But with that in mind, I have a gift for you, Mike, to add to the top of your honeymoon pile. It's How to Be a Good Husband. It's the dummy edition, of course. You know, I've known Mike for as long as I can remember, which makes it all the harder to believe he's getting married today. But he always was the one to do things first, though, particularly when it came to ageing. Do you know that Mike got a beard trimmer for his 9th birthday? And I'm pretty sure his voice broke before he was born. But that said, these old man features did come in handy from time to time. I recall one particular occasion during our teenage years when we were trying to buy alcohol in a bar. Anyway, I got ID'd at that bar about an hour ago, so as you can imagine, I had no chance when I was 16. But we had a plan. Mike would go up to the bar, speak to the barman, and ask if they were serving food. Then, while we were perusing the menu, we would order a couple of beers, like sophisticated gentlemen after a hard day's work in the office. The plan seemed flawless to us, apart from one minor detail. Mike still had braces. And not the modern, like, clear, invisible braces that you get. Mike was wearing big, fluorescent, tangerine and black Dundee United Football Club braces. I think that you give a 10-year-old think braces are cool. But we had to risk it. Apart from this dental issue, Mike looked more like my dad than my friend. So I watched him from afar as Mike walked up to the bar, quite casual, to the barman, and said, "You still serving food?" Barman replied, "What?" Didn't faze Mike. "You still serving food?" Barman said, yes, we're still serving food." "Alright, 2 beers then, please." But we got a really tasty beers. We got them, so it was good. You know, as a boy, Mike was into the sort of usual stuff: football, golf, and for a certain period of time, WWF wrestling. You know, when I was 15, I actually had to lie to my mum, saying that I'd broken my bed simply by falling on it. The truth, however, was that Mike had lifted me up by the neck, above his head, and chokeslammed me through the bed frame, pretending to be the Undertaker. So I hope he's slightly more gentle with Wendy tonight. But what Mike was really good at as a youngster, and I'll hold my hands up and say he's by far the best I've ever heard, was his ability to embellish a story. I know it's hard to believe looking at him now, but Mike was a bit of an athlete during his teens. A sprinter. Nowadays, the only time you'll see Mike sprint is when he hears the bell for last orders in the bar. But back in the day, Mike finished 5th in the Scottish Schools 100 metre final. Not a bad accomplishment really, but not good enough for Mike. On the bus journey home, this 5th place has somehow turned into 4th. A couple of weeks later, he would say he was top 3. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people in this room have been told by Mike that he was once the fastest sprinter in Scotland. But I guess with his outstanding ability to elaborate stories, to make things up, I suppose ultimately to lie, you could tell from a young age Mike was destined to become a lawyer. No offence, Wendy. It's customary for the best man to give the groom some advice. However, I don't really know what sort of advice I can give. I mean, I'm not a married man, and I've only been going out with my girlfriend for sex. only joking these old as well. That's actually the only part of the speech I didn't practice in front of Hazel. So. A few words to Wendy, finally. You know, the first time I met Wendy, I could tell she was an amazing person. I'd never met someone so driven and passionate about her job and her friends. You can tell she's going to go extremely far in life and in love. Mike, you're a lucky man. Wendy's a beautiful girl with a heart of gold, and she deserves a good husband. Thank God you married her before she found one. But in all seriousness, guys, I wish you all the very best of luck. Look after yourselves, and more importantly now, look after each other, and enjoy the rest of your day. And before we close the events, Graham's got a few words to add, so thank you.